time. It's the one thing we all have equal measure of. Yet, it slips through our fingers so easily. Like grains of sand, we see it flowing away. We can't control time, but we can control how we use it. This is the heart of time management. It's about making conscious choices, about aligning our actions with our goals. Time management is not just about ticking off tasks on a to-do list. It's about living a life of intention, purpose, and fulfillment. It's about maximizing our potential in every area of life. Whether it's our careers, relationships, or personal growth, effective time management empowers us to achieve extraordinary things. Many people view time management as rigid and restrictive. They see schedules and deadlines, but this misses the true essence. Time management is about freedom. It's about liberation from overwhelm, stress, and the feeling of constantly being behind. When we master our time, we master our lives. We find ourselves with more space for the things that truly matter, more time for loved ones, for passions, for experiences that bring joy and meaning. Think of time as the most valuable currency you possess. You can't earn more of it. Once spent, it's gone forever. Every minute, every second is precious. Would you carelessly throw away your hard-earned money? Time deserves the same respect, the same careful consideration. Just as financial investments yield returns, so too does investing our time wisely. The key is to be deliberate about our choices. Where are we directing our energy? Are we focusing on activities that align with our values and goals? Or are we squandering our time on distractions and busy work? Effective time management requires us to become aware of our habits. How do we spend our days? What are our time traps? Once we understand our patterns, we can begin to make adjustments. Small changes can yield significant results over time. The journey to mastering our time is ongoing. It's about continuous improvement, about refining our approach as our lives evolve. There will be setbacks and challenges along the way, but the rewards of effective time management are well worth the effort. Mastering time management is an investment in yourself, a gift you give to your future self. It's about creating a life where you have the freedom to pursue your passions, a life where you can be fully present with loved ones, a life where you can achieve your dreams. It won't be easy. It requires discipline, commitment, and a willingness to change old habits. But the payoff is immeasurable. Imagine yourself a year from now, 5 years from now. What if you were living with less stress and more joy? What if you were achieving your goals and living a life of true fulfillment? This is the power of effective time management. In the following sections, we will delve into the wisdom of individuals who have mastered the art of time management. Through their words, we will uncover practical strategies and actionable advice to help you take control of your time and design a life you love. Get ready to embark on a transformative journey towards greater productivity, balance, and fulfillment. The key is not to prioritize what's on your schedule, but to schedule your priorities. We often mismanage our time, reacting to urgent but unimportant demands. We mistake busyness for productivity. Imagine a jar. Filling it with sand leaves no room for the big rocks, our true priorities. Block out time for those big rocks. Treat them as non-negotiable. This is how we gain control over our time and create a life that reflects our values. Most people spend more time and energy going around problems than in trying to solve them. This quote highlights a common pitfall in time management, avoiding difficult tasks. We procrastinate, we get sidetracked, we tell ourselves we'll tackle it when we're feeling more motivated. But often, this avoidance only exacerbates the problem, creating a backlog of unfinished business that weighs heavily on our minds. Imagine a thorny bush blocking your path. You can keep walking around it, pretending it's not there. Or you can face it head-on, clear the path, and move forward. The latter might require more effort up front, but the long-term reward is a clear path and a sense of accomplishment. The key is to identify those thorny tasks we're avoiding and develop a plan to tackle them. Break them down into smaller, more manageable steps. This makes the task less daunting and allows us to celebrate small victories along the way. Remember, procrastination often stems from fear of failure, fear of the unknown, or even fear of success. By facing these fears head-on, we build resilience, develop our problem-solving skills, and free ourselves from the shackles of procrastination. We pave the way for greater productivity and a stronger sense of self-efficacy. Time is the most democratic of resources. Everyone has exactly the same amount each day. Regardless of our background, status, or circumstances, we all have the same 24 hours. This equality underscores the importance of making conscious choices about our time. We must cultivate our time to reap the rewards of a fulfilling life. Be intentional about the activities we engage in and the goals we pursue. Imagine two individuals with the same aspirations. One plans their day meticulously, the other drifts through it. Who is more likely to achieve their goals and live a life of purpose? The bad news is time flies. The good news is you're the pilot. This quote reminds us that we are not merely passengers on this journey through time. We have agency. We have the power to steer our lives in the direction we choose. Imagine yourself in the cockpit of a plane. You have a destination in mind, a vision for your future. But if you spend the entire flight dwelling on past mistakes or worrying about potential turbulence ahead, you'll miss out on the beauty of the present moment. The key to effective time management lies in balancing our focus between the past, present, and future. We learn from our past experiences, we plan for the future, but we live in the now. By embracing the present moment, we fully engage in our tasks, savor our interactions, and find joy in the journey itself. This doesn't mean ignoring our goals or responsibilities. It's about approaching each moment with intention and presence. When we are fully engaged in the task at hand, we are more likely to produce high-quality work and experience a sense of flow, where time seems to melt away. Being busy is a form of laziness, lazy thinking, and indiscriminate action. Multitasking leads to scattered thinking, decreased efficiency, and increased stress. Eventually, your focus will waver and the balls will come crashing down. We sacrifice quality for quantity. Single tasking unlocks our true potential. Focus on one thing at a time to produce our best work. The first rule of management is delegation. Don't try to do everything yourself because you can't. This quote highlights the importance of leveraging the skills and talents of others to free up our time and energy for higher level tasks. Many of us hesitate to delegate, fearing that others won't do the job as well, or that it will take longer to explain the task than to simply do it ourselves. Imagine a conductor leading an orchestra. The conductor doesn't play every instrument, but instead directs the musicians, ensuring that each part harmonizes to create a beautiful symphony. Similarly, effective leaders understand that their role is not to do everything themselves, but to empower others to contribute their unique talents. Delegation is not about abdicating responsibility, but about entrusting others with tasks that align with their skills and interests. This not only frees up our time, but also provides opportunities for others to learn, grow, and contribute to a shared vision. Effective delegation requires clear communication, setting realistic expectations, and providing the necessary support and resources. When done well, delegation can be a win-win situation, leading to increased efficiency, improved morale, and a more empowered team. Time is like a river. You can't touch the same water twice, because the flow that has passed will never pass again. This quote beautifully illustrates the fleeting nature of time. It reminds us that every moment is a unique and irreplaceable opportunity. Imagine a river flowing downstream. Each second that passes is like water flowing by, never to return. We can't stop the flow, but we can choose how we interact with it. We can simply stand on the bank and watch it go by, or we can dive in and make the most of the current, propelling ourselves forward. This understanding of time's irreversibility emphasizes the importance of making each moment count. It encourages us to be present, to savor experiences, and to make choices that align with our values and aspirations. It also highlights the power of consistent effort over time. Just as a river gradually carves its path through rock, our daily actions, however small, can create a significant impact over time. It's about embracing the compound effect of time, recognizing that consistent effort, even in small increments, can lead to extraordinary results. It is not enough to be busy. The question is, what are we busy about? This quote challenges us to examine how we spend our time. Are we caught in a cycle of busyness for the sake of busyness? Or are we being intentional about our activities, ensuring they align with our goals and values? Imagine a lumberjack chopping down a tree. If the lumberjack continues to hack away without taking a break to sharpen the axe, the work becomes increasingly difficult and time-consuming. Similarly, when we neglect to take breaks, our minds and bodies become fatigued, leading to decreased productivity and reduced creativity. Breaks are not a luxury. They are a necessity for sustained productivity and well-being. Stepping away from our work, even for a few minutes, allows our minds to rest and recharge. This can lead to fresh perspectives, renewed focus, and increased creativity. Effective breaks can take many forms, from a short walk in nature to a few minutes of meditation. The key is to find activities that help us disconnect from our work and reconnect with ourselves, allowing us to return to our tasks with renewed energy and focus. Section 3. Mastering your mindset. The greatest thief this world has ever known is procrastination, and he's still at large. This quote humorously but pointedly highlights the insidious nature of procrastination. It's a thief that robs us of time, opportunities, and the satisfaction of a job well done. Imagine a bank robber making off with a bag of money. Procrastination operates in a similar way, stealing our precious time and leaving us feeling empty and unfulfilled. We might convince ourselves that we'll get to it later, that we work better under pressure. But in reality, procrastination often stems from fear, self-doubt, or a lack of clarity. The key to overcoming procrastination lies in understanding its root cause. Are we afraid of failure? Are we overwhelmed by the task at hand? Once we identify the underlying issue, we can begin to address it head-on. This might involve breaking down large tasks into smaller, more manageable steps, setting realistic deadlines, or simply giving ourselves permission to start imperfectly. The important thing is to take action, to break free from the shackles of procrastination and reclaim our time and productivity. Section 1. The Symphony of Time. Life is a symphony, and time is its rhythm. Each tick of the clock is a beat, a measure in the grand composition of our existence. We are the composers of our own lives, entrusted with the power to shape the melody, to control the tempo, to create a masterpiece that resonates with purpose and joy. The quotes we've explored serve as guiding notes, offering wisdom and inspiration to help us orchestrate our time with intention and skill. They remind us that time management is not about cramming more into our schedules, but about aligning our actions with our values, our goals, and our aspirations. It's about recognizing that each moment is a precious gift, an opportunity to learn, to grow, to create, to connect, and to make a difference. It's about embracing the present moment while keeping an eye on the future, always striving to make choices that lead us closer to our dreams. Section 2. Embracing the journey. Mastering time management is not a destination, but a journey, a continuous process of self-discovery, experimentation, and refinement. There will be days when we feel like virtuosos, effortlessly navigating our schedules and accomplishing our goals. And there will be days when we feel like novices, struggling to keep up with the demands of life. The key is to approach this journey with self-compassion and a willingness to learn and adapt. just as a musician spends countless hours practicing their craft. We too must cultivate the habits and mindsets that support effective time management. This requires us to be honest with ourselves about our strengths and weaknesses, to identify our time traps, and to experiment with different strategies to find what works best for us. It's about embracing the process of growth, knowing that with consistent effort, we can become masters of our time and, in turn, masters of our own lives. A time for everything. There is a time for everything under the sun. A time to work and a time to rest. A time to plant and a time to harvest. A time to give and a time to receive. Life is about balance, finding harmony between our roles and responsibilities. Recognize that our time and energy are finite resources. Set boundaries, prioritize well-being, and say no to distractions. Create space to pursue dreams and connect with what truly matters.